book is Clifford Goes to Kindergarten. Hello, my name is Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog Clifford. I started kindergarten yesterday. At first I was scared, but now I love school. Before school started, my mom read me a book about what my first day of kindergarten would be like. She said I would make lots of new friends and learn all about writing, counting, animals, and my neighborhood. We went to see my new school. Clifford stayed outside, but just knowing he was close by made me feel better. We met my teacher, Miss Tate, and she showed us around the classroom. She was very nice. We visited the nurse's office. If I ever feel sick, the nurse will take care of me. Later, we played school in my backyard. I was the teacher, and my mom and Clifford were my students. I tried to be just like Miss Tate. I still had a few questions for my mom. I asked her what would happen if I missed home or if I didn't make any friends. She said that Miss Tate would help me feel better if I was sad. She would also make sure I didn't have to play by myself. The next day, Clifford and I were playing hide and seek when a letter came in the mail. It was from my teacher. The letter said that each kindergartner could bring something from home to school on the first day to help them feel comfortable. I knew exactly what to bring. On the first day of kindergarten, Miss Tate greeted us at the classroom door. She was very surprised to see Clifford. All the other kids brought stuffed animals, toys, or blankets. They all smiled when they saw Clifford. It was time for school to start. I said goodbye to my mom. We all sat in a circle, and Miss Tate taught us a welcome song. Clifford tried to sing along, too, but all he could do was howl. Then we all took turns going to the front of the class to answer a question. On the board, Miss Tate asked the question, and we wrote yes or no. Did you play outside this weekend? Even Clifford had a turn. We practiced writing letters and words. Some kids were nervous about writing. Clifford gave them kisses to help them feel better. Unfortunately, his kisses were very slobbery. Next, Miss Tate asked us to paint a picture of home. Clifford missed home as much as I did. When he saw my painting, he started wagging his tail really fast. Oops! He knocked over some of the water and paint with his tail. Clifford rolled around the floor to try to clean it up. Finally, it was time for lunch. I was so hungry. So was Clifford. Everyone loved Clifford so much they wanted to give him treats. But Miss Tate said we need to eat our own food so we can have energy for the rest of the school day. At recess, everyone wanted to play with Clifford. He made lots of friends at the playground. Clifford's tail is a great jump rope, and his nose is the best slide. At nap time, we were all tired from playing outside, but we weren't used to sleeping on a rug. It was hard to get comfortable. That's when Clifford had an idea. Clifford let everyone snuggle up with him. Soon we all fell fast asleep. Miss Tate was happy we were able to nap. We still had a long school day ahead of us. Clifford saved nap time. We woke up ready for the rest of the school day. Bringing Clifford to my first day of kindergarten was a big success. I can't wait to go back to school tomorrow. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is at recess when they're all playing with Clifford and jump roping with his tail and sliding down his nose. Thank you for reading with me. This book is Clifford's Field Day. Clifford is excited for Field Day. There will be games. There will be races. The sack races first. Clifford is so big, he needs 4 sacks. Coach says Clifford needs to use 1 sack. Emily Elizabeth gets him a bigger one. Then the sack race starts. Oops, Clifford falls down. The 3-legged race is about to start. I think for Clifford it's a 5-legged race. Clifford is better at that. Now Clifford wants to try jumping over the hurdles. He wants to jump over 3 hurdles at one time. Uh-oh, the hurdles are not so easy after all. Tumbling is next. Way to go, Clifford! Clifford is very good at tumbling. Clifford is the best. He gets a perfect 10. Now it is time for tug of war. Emily Elizabeth and her team need help. Clifford joins Emily Elizabeth's team. They win. The coach says, "That's not fair. Clifford is too big to play." Clifford is sad. He just wants to have fun with the boys and girls. Finally, it is time for the ball game. Clifford just sits and watches. The batter hits the ball far, far away. Clifford can help. Oh no! A boy is running in front of a car. Clifford stops him just in time. The boy is safe. Clifford is the hero of the day. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Clifford gets a 10 in tumbling. Clifford's Good Deeds by Norman Bridwell. Hello, I'm Emily Elizabeth. This is my dog Clifford. A boy named Tim lives across the street. One day, Tim said, "I try to do a good deed every day. If I had Clifford, I could help a lot of people." I said, "Let's do some good deeds together." A man was raking leaves. Tim gave him a hand. Then we helped him put leaves on his truck. I didn't know that dry leaves made Clifford sneeze. Achoo! The man said he didn't need any more help. We went down the street. We saw a lady painting her fence. We helped her paint. When we finished, she thanked us. We said we would paint the rest of her house. Clifford felt so happy that he wagged his tail. That was a mistake. White paint splattered all over her house. We said we would paint the rest of her house too. The lady said, "Never mind." Then we saw an old lady trying to get her kitten down from a tree. Tim said, "Clifford, get the kitty." Clifford bent the limb down so the lady could reach her kitten. But his paw slipped. Clifford moves pretty fast for a big dog. Lady was glad to get her kitten back. It didn't take us long to find our next good deed to do. Somebody had let air out of the tires of a car. The man asked if we could help him. Tim took a rubber tube out of the car and stuck it on the tire valve. Then he told Clifford to blow air through the tube. Clifford blew, but he blew a little too hard. The man felt better when we took his car to a garage. We saw a small paper boy. He was so small he couldn't throw the newspapers to the doorstep. Clifford gave him a hand. I mean a paw. Clifford was a little too strong. Clink, clink. Look, Clifford broke the glass on one side of the house, came through the other side, but it didn't hit the man. Nothing seemed to go right for us. All our good deeds were turning out wrong. Then we saw a terrible thing. A man was hurt and lying in the street. Nobody was helping him. Tim said, "You should never move an injured person." Clifford didn't hear him. He picked up the man. We started off to find a doctor. Oh dear. Help the man get their cable back on the manhole, Tim said. Clifford, maybe you shouldn't help me anymore. Clifford felt very sad. He had tried so hard to do the right things. We headed for home. Suddenly, we heard someone shouting, "Help! Fire!" The house on the corner was on fire. Tim ran to the alarm box to call the fire department. Clifford ran to the burning house. There were two little kids upstairs. With Clifford's help, we got them out safely. Luckily, there was a swimming pool in the yard. Clifford put out the fire just as the firemen were arriving. The firemen finished the job and thanked us for our help. That afternoon, the mayor gave us each a medal for our good deeds. City Hall. Look, that's the mayor, that's Emily, and that's Tim, and I can't even see Clifford's head. Of course, Clifford got the biggest medal of all, and it says on his medal, Hero, and he looks like a hero too. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Clifford blowed water all over the house and he saved the two children's home. This book is Clifford at the Circus. I'm Emily Elizabeth, and I have a dog named Clifford. We saw a big sign that said the circus was in town. A smaller sign said the circus needed help. And the signs say, Circus today. And the other sign says, Help wanted, apply at Circus. We always wanted to join a circus. We ran there as fast as Clifford could run. The owner said everything was going wrong. He said he didn't think they could put on the show. I told him Clifford and I would help him. He didn't think a girl and her dog could be much help. But I said the show must go on. The first problem was the lions and tigers. They wouldn't obey the animal trainer. Clifford gave them a command. They listened to Clifford. After that, the animal trainer didn't have to worry anymore. Some clowns had quit the circus. The other clowns needed help with their act. I was sure Clifford could help. Clifford tried on some costumes. He found one he liked and joined the act. Clifford enjoyed being a clown. He wagged his tail. That made the act even better. Before the next act, we walked on the midway. Clifford loves cotton candy. He sniffed it. Sniff! He sniffed a little too hard. Look, Emily Elizabeth dropped her popcorn when Clifford sniffed. Licking the cotton candy off his nose made him thirsty. He took a drink. The circus man tried to stop him. It was too late. Clifford had spoiled the high diver's act. But he didn't spoil the high diver. Phew, that was close. The second half of the circus began with the elephants on parade. The biggest elephant had a cold in his nose and couldn't lead the parade. So Clifford slipped into an elephant suit and gave them a hand. A tail. The next act was the human cannonball. She didn't have any gunpowder for her cannon. Clifford helped her out. He helped her right out of the tent. Look, I think Clifford blew too hard, so she flew all the way and ripped a hole in the tent and went and laid it in the hay. And look, the cow is looking at her. Then came the grand finale. I was going up in a balloon with the circus man. Everyone came out to watch. Oh dear, the rope broke. I didn't worry. I knew Clifford would save us. He rushed to the rescue. But he missed the rope. We were blowing away. Things looked bad. Clifford didn't give up. He grabbed an extra tent pole, used some telephone wire, and took an aim. Bullseye! Look, he launched the tent pole and he popped the balloon. The balloon was falling like a rock. We were scared silly. Look, the balloon used to say circus, but the C got popped out. And look, the circus man's hat fell off and it's falling just like a tent pole. But Clifford got there in time. Good old Clifford. Everybody said it was the most exciting end a circus ever had. Clifford saved the show and me. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Clifford caught the high diver on his tongue. This book is Clifford's Birthday Party. My name is Emily Elizabeth, and this is my dog Clifford. Last week was Clifford's birthday. We invited his pals to a party. Mom had ice cream and cookies. We put up decorations. Happy birthday, Clifford! When it was time for the party to begin, nobody was there. Where could they be? We went looking for Clifford's pals. They were all together at the playground. I asked them why they hadn't come to the party. Jenny said that they wanted to come, but they didn't have very good presents for Clifford. Not good enough for such a special friend. I told them not to be silly. Clifford would like whatever they got for him. They all ran home to get their gifts, and everyone came to the party. First, we opened a gift from Scott and his dog Susie. Scott had blown it up as much as he could. Clifford blew it up some more. We really had a ball. Then Clifford pulled out the stopper. was a mistake. The next gift was from Sam and his dog Lenny. It was a piñata. We hung the piñata from a tree. There were treats inside for all the dogs. Clifford was supposed to break the piñata with a stick. He gave a couple of good swings, and the piñata broke open. The dogs liked their treats. But we decided not to give Clifford any more piñatas. We all laughed when we saw the gift from Lenny and her dog Flip. It was a little small for Clifford, but it was just right for his nose. Clifford hates having a cold nose. Alyssa and Nero's gift was a toy dog that talked. Feed me. Let's play. I'm your buddy. Let's play. Clifford thought it was cute. He went to pet it. Ouch! Uh-oh. They don't make toys the way they used to. It was time for ice cream when Cynthia and her dog Basker arrived. They brought Clifford a gift certificate from the Bow Wow Beauty Parlor. He could get a free shampoo and haircut. We each had our own idea of how Clifford might look at the beauty parlor. I like Clifford just the way he is. I thanked Cynthia for the gift, but I slipped the certificate to Scott and Susie. I knew she would like it. Then came the cake. Clifford was surprised. He was even more surprised when his family popped out. He hadn't seen his mother and father and sisters and brother for a long time. Clifford liked his presents his friends gave him, but having his family and friends with him was the best birthday present of all. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when they were all imagining how Clifford would look like when he gets his haircut and shampoo. Thank you for reading with me.